I'm gonna go get him right now. There's a stripper pole in the garage. Get over there in a bit.
Cowboy Twilight Zone.
What are you doing?
I'm looking for Travis Wheatley.
You the masseuse?
Are we done with Yellowstone yet? Just kidding. Of course we are not. We still have one more episode to go and multiple spin-off series. And yes, despite what I just watched, I still see value in the franchise. That being said, what the hell was that episode 13? Seriously, like, is this still the Yellowstone that we know and love? Because at some points I thought to myself, this must be a joke. Feel free to disagree with me in the comments below. But I want to be clear about my thoughts on it in the beginning. Because let me tell you, even though this video is about the upcoming season finale of the series, I doubt that I'll be able to hold up my true feelings about what the show has become. In fact, you know what? Let me just relieve my feelings because otherwise, I won't be able to focus on the season finale's plot. Can we just agree on what a cringe fest this week's episode was? Like, did Travis just become a main character of the show or did I miss something? We watched his ridiculous life for like 20 minutes for what? Seriously, like, for what? What kind of a midlife crisis is Taylor Sheridan in that he keeps inserting himself to these absurd roles? Up until this point, Travis was a somewhat mysterious horseman to us that was talented and supposedly smart. Now Travis is just a smug dude who dates women half of his age and plays strip poker unironically. I mean, if Travis was just another character, I would have given him a pass. Yes, I would still find him annoying and even tacky, but still, would not give a lot of thoughts on him. However, knowing that Sheridan wrote his part for himself just make me crawl my skin and feeling the embarrassment for him to the fullest. I mean, how can he make Bella Hadid of all people his girlfriend and expect us to be fine with it? Like, this is one of the most beautiful women in the world and she is truly half of your age. Jesus, what the hell was he thinking? By the way, if you are surprised to see Bella in Yellowstone, just know that she is dating Aden Banuelos in real life, who is a competitor in cutting. And yes, Bella competes too, so I know it sounds crazy, but she is not that out of place for the role. Still, it doesn't make it okay that she is cast as Travis's girlfriend and also praises him for his amazing writing. I mean, am I the only one who gets the ick? Come on now. Plus, can you believe that this guy made Beth, our badass Beth, play strip poker with him? I know that he did not go all the way in the end, but still, am I the only one who found that scene insulting for Beth and her legacy? How can she find herself in such a situation in face of such a man? I'm truly mind blown. Like, John Dutton's body is not yet cold. His killers are still out there. They are about to lose the ranch and they just lost a beloved friend. And yet, we watch Beth playing strip poker with Taylor Sheridan while expressing that she finds him attractive. Seriously, guys, I cannot handle it anymore. Please let me know in the comments. Am I the only one who cannot stand all these? Am I the only one who is offended by the disrespect that John and the Duttons in general had to endure throughout this episode? Can't wait to hear your thoughts about it. Now that you know my true feelings, we can talk about the upcoming season finale and what will happen in it. First of all, let's talk about Jamie and what a miserable man he has turned into. Apparently, the Attorney General of Montana, like the Montana, has no idea how to save his own ass. Yep, our dear old Sheridan wants us to believe in this. This man was once the greatest political mind of the Duttons. I don't know about you guys, but I've always felt like he was even better than John when it comes to politics. And now, he can't make a single move without a hot, smart woman on his side. And even then, he is a disgrace to who he was once. Anyway, now that he went back to his baby mama, Christina, it means that we will find some action on his part in the very last episode. Now, there is no doubt that Christina will do her best to save him. After all, he is their son's father. That being said, as Beth reminded us once again, she keeps her promises. And do you remember what she promised to do in season 4? She promised to take Jamie's son from him. This means that unfortunately, Christina puts herself and their son at a massive danger by trying to save Jamie. And yes, in the season finale, we see the two at the hands of Beth and Rip, as Jamie is being forced to watch them suffer. Beth is not one to relive by simply killing Jamie. First, she will make sure to torture him. And what is a better way to use his son for the purpose? Plus, Beth will do her best to adopt Jamie's son. So do not be shocked to see Beth and Rip as parents in their new spin-off show. As hinted in episode 13, in the season finale, Beth and Casey will transfer the ranch to the reservation. I know we saw this coming like miles away. But somehow, Sheridan thinks we are all idiots because he presented this as if it is some kind of a genius reveal. I mean, it is the smartest choice for sure. It also fits the prophecy we heard in 1883 in which it was made clear that the ranch will return to its original owners after 7 generations. So it wasn't that hard to guess, but it's just me. Let me know if you also predicted this plot point. In season finale, we will see Casey and Beth making a deal with Thomas Rainwater. And yes, it will break their hearts, it will be very emotional, as they will be forced to say goodbye to their home. But also, it will be the move that ensures Tate inherits the ranch. The highly expected funeral scene for John Dutton will also take place in the season finale. We know that they want to have a small funeral, but we also know that it is not realistic. Like, he was the governor of the state for God's sake? How come can you have a funeral with just family and friends? Also, Christina will insist Jamie to go to the funeral, just to make an appearance there and make seem like he has nothing to do with anything. And this will be the scene that Beth loses herself and lashes out on Jamie. It will also be the scene that makes it very obvious to everyone that Jamie is the one who is responsible from his father's killing. You might have realized that we spent a lot of time with Teeter this episode. It is because in season finale, we will say goodbye to her, alongside Walter. As you may remember, they discussed job opportunities in the 4-6s with Jamie already. And yes, they both will believe that life in Texas would be way better for them. So, alongside the revenge plot, we will get a lot of farewell scenes that will make a good ending for such a legendary show. Now, as you can see, I barely talked about Rip. Do you know why? Because I get the sense that Sheridan wants us to barely talk about Rip, or even notice he is there. Instead, he wants us to talk about Travis. We not only got very few Rip scenes throughout the season, but also in the longest scene of his, the only thing he did was to talk about Travis and what an amazing man he is. Oh my god, you guys, I'm truly struggling to not get mad here. Anyway, in season finale, we will hopefully see more of Rip. Of course, as many of you expect, he will be the one who takes down Jamie in the end. But honestly, I wish we at least saw him discussing the situation of Jamie with Beth. I wish we at least saw him getting mad that John got killed off because of his own son. I wish we at least saw him truly mourning after John. Seriously, even though I love watching Rip going into the badass mode, I doubt how his taking Jamie to the train station will make an impact on us, knowing that the two had little to no interactions throughout the season. By the way, same thing is valid for Thomas Rainwater as well. Since the reservation will get the ranch in the end, we should have seen more of Thomas and the reservation. Why this reservation matters. Why they are the ones who deserve the ranch the most. What does this land mean for the reservation? We have little to no answer to these questions. Instead, we got 2 scenes of Thomas looking at the pipes and a brief dialogue with Beth, and that was it. Jesus. Oh, of course, we will get a bunch of Travis scenes in season finale as well, as he will be the one who hires Teeter and Walter to the ranch. He will also be the one who supposedly saved the Yellowstone ranch from bankruptcy with his horse show, and I already know I will hate every single second of it. But let me know what you think of him. For more weekly updates on Yellowstone, make sure to like and follow. If you want to know when 1923 Season 2 will be out and what will it be about, watch the video on the screen.